The story begins with a woman named Romy, who is 50 years old and the CEO of a robotic automation company. Romy is an influential, independent, and successful woman. She is married to a famous theater director, and they have 2 daughters. However, her married life isn't going well because her husband is unable to satisfy her physically in bed. It's not that her husband is lacking in any way. Rather, Roma's physical needs are higher, leaving her unsatisfied. This often makes Romy sad. One day, while walking to her office, a dog suddenly runs toward Romy aggressively. She becomes very scared, but a young man calls the dog over and controls it, saving her. Romy reaches her office safely. Her assistant brings in some new interns to meet her, and among them is the same young man who saved her. His name is Samuel, and he is 23 years old, young, attractive, and confident. Romy immediately recognizes him, and she notices that Samuel has a different energy from the other interns. He is fearless in front of her and asks questions boldly. During a break, Romy asks Samuel how he managed to calm the dog. Samuel explains that he had a cookie, which he used to feed and control the dog. That night, Romy is in bed with her husband, but he still cannot satisfy her. As a result, she has to satisfy herself by watching videos. The next day, Romy attends an office party with her husband. While smoking on the balcony, Samuel approaches her and tells her that he has chosen her as his mentee in the company's mentorship program. Romy is unaware of this. She remains silent. Back at the party, her husband asks her to dance, but she refuses and instead observes Samuel dancing with another woman. Samuel is carefree and fully immersed in the dance, unaware that Romy is watching him intently. The next day at the office, Romy finds Samuel's tie on the floor. She picks it up, smells it, and even kisses it, showing her growing attraction toward him. Romy then starts taking skincare treatments and therapy to feel young and beautiful. The following day, while taking the elevator, Romy meets Samuel, who tells her he needs 10 minutes to talk as part of the mentorship program. Romy says she doesn't have time, but her assistant convinces her to meet him, arguing it will help the company. During their meeting, Samuel questions one of Romy's decisions, something no employee has ever done before. Romy finds it strange, but also somewhat impressive. When she tries to leave angrily, Samuel approaches her and kisses her. Romy reciprocates, but then realizes it's wrong and leaves. Romy decides to keep her distance from Samuel, but it's not easy because her husband still cannot satisfy her physically, and she has become attracted to Samuel. At the office, Samuel reminds her that they need to meet that week as part of the mentorship program. Romy tries to stay distant, but eventually agrees to meet him at a hotel after receiving a note with the hotel name, number, and time. At the hotel, Romy expresses that this is wrong and they shouldn't meet this way. Samuel confidently responds that he has power in the situation and that if anyone finds out about them, she could lose her job. He asks if she has ever thought of giving someone else control, and Romy shyly replies no. Samuel's dominant approach fascinates her, and slowly, Romy begins submitting to his control. Their relationship becomes physical, and Romy experiences full satisfaction for the first time. Samuel fulfills the physical needs her husband couldn't, and their relationship grows based on a mix of passion and power dynamics. Despite her awareness that she is married with children, Romy continues meeting Samuel at various places, office, hotel, and elsewhere. She starts feeling freer and more carefree, enjoying Samuel's dominant approach. One day, Romy returns home and sees Samuel interacting with her daughter and husband, which shocks her. Samuel lies, saying he just returned her laptop. Romy angrily drives him away, but later reconciles with Samuel, continuing their secret relationship. Eventually, Romy confesses her fantasies and unmet needs to her husband. She admits she met a man, Samuel, who fulfilled those needs but lies that he was a stranger and that it only happened once. Her husband is hurt and angry, asking her to leave. Romy moves to another home temporarily. Days later, her daughter tells her that her father hasn't been eating or leaving the theater and needs her. Roma returns home, apologizes to her husband, and they decide to give their relationship a new start. Back at the office, a board member informs Rome that Samuel has moved to Japan for a new job and asks if it affects her. She stays silent but asserts control when the board member attempts to manipulate her. Finally, Roma is in bed with her husband, who now tries to satisfy her physically according to her fantasies. Roma enjoys the moment fully and imagines herself back with Samuel in a hotel room, but this time replacing the dog with herself. Roma realizes that Samuel helped her discover the kind of love and dominant yet affectionate dynamic she desired a fantasy she had never experienced before. Friends, if you were in Roma's husband's place, would you forgive her? If yes, why? If not, why not? Share your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss a video. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.